build assets right now. And those of you who are watching this that you like the stock market and the cryptocurrency content, guess what? Don't stop there. Continue to stockpile more. Kung talagang nakita mo that, hindi, I'm gonna be an employee eh. Di galingan mo as an employee. Climb that ladder. Find extra ways on how you can help your boss. I could use Bitcoin as a way for me to be protected from the dollar. Hey guys, so in this video, I want to share what ultimately led me to put more into Bitcoin in 2021. And above and beyond that, as you all know, I started investing in 2018. But why am I so convinced now that I want to put in more into cryptocurrencies? And I want to share my journey. What did I do when things went bad? March 2020, when we started to go into a full-on lockdown. What did I do? What was my frame of mind? And I do hope that this gives you value wherever you are, and that this helps you as you continually push on towards financial freedom. As of now, this video is being recorded April 2021. We are 13 months detached already from the first lockdowns that we had. And as we ended 2019, from a business standpoint, investing standpoint, from a revenue standpoint, it was one of my best years at that time. And as you all know, for those who are watching this, that you are in corporate or in business, every time you end the year, you would always look forward and create goals for 2020. And that's what I did. Totoo naman, in the first 2 months of 2020, parang sabi ko, wow, mukhang it's really gonna be a very, very good year already. At that time also, March, when they announced the lockdown, kahit yung PSE, sarado. As you know me, I'm a stock market guy. I'm also a paper asset guy. So meaning stocks, bonds, UITFs, mutual funds, money market accounts, which also when the markets were closed, damay sila. You have to remember 2 days yun, sarado yung PSE at that time. When the lockdowns happened, not just in the Philippines, but around the world, it's not just the Philippine markets that were crashing. Bumagsak din pati US markets, even the crypto market was also going down. I guess what gave me some sense of stability was I had cash. I had savings. Every time I would nudge you guys to invest, I would always tell you, you need to place a greater preference also on your savings more than investing. That even right now, as Bitcoin is flying, as a lot of the cryptocurrencies have been pushing up, lahat ng intended ko for savings, I'm not putting it there. Even when Tesla was pushing up last year, Apple was doing a stock split and going up, what was intended to be cash, what was intended to be savings, I left it. Hindi ko ginagalaw. I would never allocate something that was for savings into something that I would invest and get volatility off. When the markets also opened, so of course, nag-crash na yung Philippine stock market at that time. We hit around 4,000. Of course, mutual funds also dropped. It were those preferred shares, high dividend paying stocks. It was those bonds. Somehow held its value, but not just held its value, it gave me cash flow. From what I shared, I want to give you 2 things before I head on to other stuff that I wanted to discuss. Number 1 is, wherever you are right now, don't take shortcuts. Save. Build that stockpile of cash that will protect you, that will be your buffer. A lot of you may ask, pwede ko ba lagay yan sa digital banking? Pwede ko ba lagay yan dito? As long as it's liquid, as long as madali mo siya makuha, as long as it could give you also peace of mind that if everything crashes, you have this cash position that can protect you. You might be thinking na, ba't ko gagawin yan? Sayang naman. I could have invested that into this, and this, and I would have gotten this return. But what if it goes the other way? Yung this, and this that you invested on did not go in the direction that you wanted it to go. And you're left with no cash as well. That's why if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, wherever you are and you're watching this, huwag mong madali. Build that stockpile of cash. And I've made so many videos gaano kalaki dapat yung itatabi mo. Para sa akin, it doesn't matter if it's 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. As long as you are at a comfortable level na yung buffer na yun is enough also that if something happens, income gets lost, you can survive a period of time where you get enough time to be able to pivot. You're able to find a way on how you can earn more money. Second one, aside from savings, as you've noticed, I did an inventory of the investments that I had and assets that I had. Why am I saying this? Because there were assets that literally dried up. There were revenue streams that went to zero. Pero because it was me building assets over time, when others did not do well, I had others that picked up the slack. That's why whenever you would see me in videos that I would always say that mas mabuti pa na nag-i-invest kayo kahit may ability na magkaroon ng risk yan, mawala yan, bumaba yan in value. Pero meron din chance yan na kumita sa inyo in the future. It's primarily because it's still an asset. It could give you value, pwede mong ibenta, or may makukuha ka pa rin cash flow sources from that. And that's when I saw how important dividends were, common stocks na nagbibigay ng dividends. Kasi kahit bumagsak yung stock niya, pero maganda pa rin siya magbigay ng dividends, buhay pa rin. And mas malaking shot pa na yun pa yung nag-bounce up when the markets crashed massively. And ganun ko na-realize sobrang importante yung preferred shares, sobrang importante yung bonds, anything that would give me cash flow. I guess a key message that I wanted to share to all of you from that is build assets right now. And those of you who are watching this that you like the stock market and the cryptocurrency content, guess what? Don't stop there. Continue to stockpile more. Yung pambibili nyo dapat ng ibang bagay ngayon na hindi nyo naman talaga kailangan, or pampito nyo ng rubber shoes na hindi ka naman nag-flip ng rubber shoes, hindi mo naman intention kumita sa rubber shoes na yon, gusto mo lang maging cute pagsuot mo yung rubber shoes na yon, baka hindi mo naman kailangan kasi hindi naman tayo lumalabas eh. Maybe you don't need to upgrade some of the stuff which you can use to be able to invest, to be able to put yourself into a better position into the future. I don't find satisfaction in buying stuff. I'm not that type of person. As long as nabibili ko some of the stuff that I like, I use, okay na ako doon. Mahilig lang talaga ako kumain eh, tsaka travel, pero wala naman travel ngayon, tsaka kape. So, nabibili ko din naman yung kape na gusto ko. Pero I'm not the type of person na pag nabili ko tong gadget na to, may bago na naman, okay pa naman yung gadget ko, bibili ako para mas maging masaya ako. It has never been something na naging motivation ko na bilhin ko na lang itong bagay na to kasi ito yung magpapasaya sa akin. That's why also, every time I have extra, I just like investing. It may sound weird, pero yung notion na nakikita mo, naglagay ka ng 10 piso, naging 11 pesos na, natutuwa ako dun eh. When markets were crashing last year, I tried to make myself productive. Not just productive in a way that dapat hindi ako nababakante, but productive in a way that I get better when this ends. But not just that, if yung current sources ko are earning, may mandagdagan pa that I create other revenue sources as well. Kung tuloy-tuloy na may pumapasok, that also means that hindi nyo magagalaw savings nyo. Hindi nyo magagalaw yung iba yung assets and investments. Totoo, hindi ko control yung paggalaw ng cryptocurrency market. Hindi ko control yung paggalaw ng stock market. I have time eh. And I also have effort. Coupled with execution and wisdom can generate something for me. And that's what I did. And that's what I want to encourage you on. Save, build assets, but continually find sources on how you can develop earnings. And kung yung pumapasok na yun is actually more than enough pa that you get to save more and invest more and build more of those assets, then do so. Don't limit yourself to one source of income. Don't limit yourself na isa lang yung pwede mo pagkakitaan. Kung talagang nakita mo that, hindi, I'm gonna be an employee eh. Di galingan mo as an employee. Climb that ladder. Find extra ways on how you can help your boss. Because the more you help your boss, the more he or she will see that you're more valuable. And as you're more valuable, later on, may reward din yan. Either bonus or you climb up the ladder. Or kung nasa sales ka, find ways on how you can increase that commission, increase more clients. Or kung wala talaga but you are more entrepreneurial, then develop and build those sources of income. You know what's so amazing about interviewing a lot of people? Some of them much, much bigger, better, stronger than me. It's not just yung interview itself, but what happens when you talk to them. I also learned a lot from that. I spent a lot of time in 2020 feeding my mind, learning. Of course, kung hindi ako nag-StarCraft, I would have learned more. I would have grown more pa. Medyo nakain ako ng StarCraft also last year. Naamin din ako. Yun yung siguro amin ako na pagkakamali ko na hindi ko na mababalik also, that I should have played less and learned more. And if you've been watching my other videos, I had spent more time also learning more. I knew that I would have been able to take a lot of opportunities or get more opportunities in 2021 when this crypto market started to boom and push further. I also spent a lot of time attending a lot of those online seminars and researching on different things. that will position me also. Since we are still in MECQ, we're still in a lockdown, I'll just keep on learning. And it doesn't have to be stocks. It has to be something that you're already interested in, that's in line to whatever your future goals are. That's what I've mentioned at the start. What led me to put in more and to be more bullish into the cryptocurrency space. That number one, because of what was happening in the US, that they had to stimulate their economy, they had to print more money. It just meant that the US dollar will become less and less and less and less valuable because of the amount of money that they're printing. That suddenly also, because of that, Bitcoin rose as something that was so detached from the dollar that if the dollar is not so good, if the dollar is so inflated, Bitcoin has scarcity. And as Bitcoin has scarcity, it could really look like digital gold. And it could really look like as something that's very valuable. I could use Bitcoin as a way for me to be protected from the dollar. It's really digital gold but not just digital gold. It's more superior than gold kasi yung gold di mo mabibenta kagad Mahirap mo siya mabenta, but ito pwede mo dalhin kahit saan Pwede mo ibenta kahit saan. Sobrang dali, sobrang liquid. And as I started to do deep dives on that, that's when I fell in love with smart contracts. That's when I fell in love with NFTs. That's when I fell in love with a lot of those tech stocks that are changing the way we live our lives. But it all sprung up from me taking the time to learn, not just focusing on how I could earn. Sometimes when we watch channels like this, yung focus nagiging paano ako kita ng pera Pero when you start to realize that the way for you to actually earn more is not to focus on how you can earn more, but focus on how you can learn more, because on how you can learn more, you get better. And as you get better, that's when you start earning more as well. 4 things that I would like to leave with you in this: save a lot, stockpile on those assets, find ways on how you can continue that revenue stream na hindi mawawala yung pumapasok na pera. And number 4, continually learn. Continue to spend the time to get bigger, better, stronger. And it may lead also to better business and investment decisions. Kasi if you look at the way I would analyze things right now, and the way I'm positioning my investments, hindi ako ganito 7 years ago, but because of the time that I've spent also to learn. And that's why I'm really, really bullish on the crypto space. That's why I'm really, really bullish on the tech space, tech stock space. I'm okay also buying stocks that will be there for the long term and also be good from a dividend standpoint as well. All of that are things that I've experienced and learned and pivoted and shifted on over the past few months. Do not let this crisis go to waste, that you come out not being bigger, better, stronger. Because you will win, you're a born winner, and greatness is inside of you. So if you guys learned a lot from this, I'd like to hear your feedback. If you like videos like this, also just me sharing bits and pieces of my life, that if it gives you value. And if you have questions, guys, feel free to put it in the comment section below. And if you're new to this, my name's Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor. And if you like my other videos, I have tons of them that I've placed in the description below. Hundreds of videos about the stock market, almost 20 plus videos about the cryptocurrency market, a lot of videos about entrepreneurship and real estate investing as well. And if you'd like to join my online Zoom course where we're going to talk about technical analysis, it's in the first second week of May. Links are in the description below for those who want to join us. And for those who want to read from the books that I created, I have 5 national bookstore best-selling books that are available via Shopee and Lazada. Check them out below. And for those who want to invest in US markets and the cryptocurrency market, if you want to trade US markets, we have eToro. Check it out. It allows you to also buy Bitcoin, US stocks, and other global stocks. But if you want naman just to double down on the cryptocurrency space and buy altcoins and hodl them for the long term, check out Binance. Link is in the description below. Both of them, you don't need a large amount of money to be able to start, but it allows you to position yourself for the better. So I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that was very, very helpful for all of you. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.